Ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, we're going to look at what could be the worst tier 10 tech tree tank that is in the game currently. Now, I know I did this video a couple of days ago with what I think could be the worst tier 10 in the game, and of course that was the AMX30B. Now, oh my god, the reaction is crazy. And guys, it's my personal opinion, and it's what I think is worse. I'm not saying it's the worst tank in the game. I'm saying, like, I think it's it's not great. I think it is the worst tank in tier 10. And again, that's my opinion. It doesn't mean it is the worst tank in tier 10. I'm just talking from my freaking opinion. Some of you guys, honestly, geez, chill out. Chill the F out. It's just an opinion. If you don't like that opinion, that's fine. And I like to read the comments where people say, that's an interesting opinion, Meaty. I don't agree with you. I think it's this tank, which is absolutely fine. But some of the shit people say, like, geez, like, calm down. Calm the hell down. But as a lot of you guys have stated, you guys mostly decided on this tank right here. The CS63 is one of the worst tanks in tier 10, and I agree with you. I do agree with you. It is one of the worst tier 10 tanks. So I've decided to make the video to keep you guys happy. But yeah, honestly, I do think it is the worst tier 10 tech tree tank. I just think there's little things I prefer over on this tank than I do the 30B, and I know the 30B has been buffed and it is a lot better than it was, but I just think there's certain little things that I prefer about this tank than I do the AMX 30B. So we're going to have a look at the stats, and then we're going to get into just a couple of games. So the turret armor, 270 millimeters of, no, 1 second, I've chose the wrong tank here. Here we go. So turret armor is not that strong, 115 millimeters on the front. Your hull is only 60, which is bad. Yes, it really is bad. And that is one thing I would probably look at if I was buffing this tank, is maybe keep the turret armor minimal and maybe buff the hull, or buff the turret and keep the hull. I would buff one of them, honestly. I definitely think it does need buffing. DPM 3129. Now we are running this with calibrated shells just to buff that penetration a little bit more. Reload time, however, isn't too bad at 6.5. Penetration 260 on your AP, 305 on that APCR, and 57 on your HE. You have a 340 alpha gun on your AP, 290 on your APCR, 390 on your HE. Aim time is 3 seconds. I don't think is too bad, and the gun dispersion isn't so bad. It isn't the best, but it isn't so bad at 0.317. You do have 8 degrees of gun depression, which is also not too bad at all, and 56 kilometers per hour speed. So overall, like, stat-wise, it's not bad. I don't think the stats are overly bad, but one thing I really do like about the tank, especially a medium tank, and you guys are probably, you know, because I've said it along, where each tank or each tech tree has like a special consumable, one of them being tungsten shells. I don't like the fact that Wargaming are bringing things like tungsten shells to numerous of tanks. You know, I think it should be to one tech tree line, and then another consumable for another tech tree line. You know, I think it should be unique for that tech tree line. However, this does have tungsten shells, and tungsten shells for a medium tank, honestly, I do think it really helps, because you're getting, you know, it hasn't got the high alpha gun, it's got 340, but with your extra 15% average damage, you can do quite a bit more than that. So I just think the tungsten shells really does help the tank, and that's why I personally prefer it to the 30B, and that's just my opinion. Like, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Chill the hell out, guys, honestly. Again, if your opinion is this tank is the worst, then that's fine. If your opinion is the E3 is the worst tank in tier 10, and again, that is absolutely fine. I'm not going to agree with your opinion, but I respect your opinion. It's just my opinion. I personally think the 30B is the worst tier 10. You guys are entitled to your own opinion. If you don't agree with it, that is absolutely fine. I will respect that. But as you guys have said, you believe that this tank is the worst tier 10 tank in the game, but definitely, for me, it is the worst tech tree tank, but, you know, that's my opinion. So we're going to get into a game. Actually, to be fair, I'm quite disappointed with this battle because I feel I could have done a lot better. A lot better, but also it could have gone a lot worse. So there is only 2 mediums on my team and 1 medium on the enemy team. So already I want to go right. I want to cross the river. I want to go right, and hopefully we can hold that side of the map. But the Cataro 40T straight away is coming with me and then decides to turn and go with the team. So it's not looking good because my team, I feel, will be better off coming right. I'm not going to moan about it. I'm not going to complain like some people do, you know, when they just give up and call people dogs and get cancer and everything like that. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to roll with it. If they want to go left, let's go left. You know, at the moment, my team are all apart, actually. There's some on B, there's some on A, there's some around here. So I'm thinking, you know what? I don't think I should run away completely. Yes, I should relocate because there's no tank spotted by A or B. So the likelihood of all the tanks being around the C area is very high. But I don't want to run away completely because there is plenty of backup. And now my 2 tanks on my team have flanked around. Like, they flanked all the way around. So I'm like, okay, this is my perfect opportunity to cross the river and hopefully get some side shots into these guys. Now, I do get shot, I believe, was that from the Panzer 50T? I don't think it was from the VK there. And I'm like, okay, if I can get into a position where I'm actually hiding, then actually I could do a bit of damage. The guys that are flanking around have actually taken the attention of pretty much the whole team. So I'm like, great, I have 3 damage right now. Also, this is where I wish I did have more turret armor. I should be using my tungsten shells right now, but I didn't. But yeah, I will use that very shortly. So I managed to bring the AMX 50B down to a 1-shot. We are 2 tanks down already, so that isn't a great start. The first 2 minutes we are 2 tanks down, but I'm actually, again, I'm still in a very good position. I've got 2 tanks to my left, the Grill and the E100, both of which have high alpha, you know, so they can deal a lot of damage. Even though it's a 4 versus 7 right now, anything can change. So you can see 399 damage into that guy with tungsten shells. Now, sadly, I was hoping for a little bit of help from my 2 tanks right there. All they need to do is look and shoot, but sadly, they don't do that. He does get 1 more shot into me, brings me down to a 1-shot, but I do manage to take him out. Now, if one of them would have just taken a shot, if one of them would have just shot him, I would have been able to take 1 more shot. But because I'm a 1-shot, we've got it down to a 3 versus 5. Now, we are losing, or sorry, we're winning on supremacy points. So if we can get a base, if we can, I know they are taking base B, and they're going to take base A, but ideally, I do want to take base C, and this is where I do make a little bit of mistake. I should have actually gone to that base. I should have gone to base C. Now, I know that there is no one around at the moment, so I could have gone straight around. There's 3 tanks spotted at the moment. There is just 1 tank missing, which is the T-57. So I should have right now gone to that base C and overtook that base. Then it could have been a different outcome. And even here, I'm moving up because I want to get the high ground, and as soon as because I'm not looking, as soon as I turn this corner, there is that T-57. If I would have just waited, I would have been able to take him out. Now, no idea why I took the shot there. I think I just accidentally hit the button. But at this point, he's now looking at me. But it's it was a 3 versus 3. If this wasn't supremacy, I honestly think we could have won this game. But because of supremacy, I don't want to be shot from this guy. and yeah, it's pretty much game over. But sadly, it wasn't to be, but I just feel I could have done a better job there. But yeah, definitely the worst tier 10 tech tree tank in the game. So it's not, is it worth grinding? I mean, all tanks are still worth grinding. Like, all tier 10 tanks are worth grinding. The ultimate aim is to get all the tier 10 tanks. That's why people play, to get to tier 10, the top of the level, you know. Everybody wants to get tier 10s. So yeah, it's still worth grinding at the end of the day. It is still a tier 10. But as for the worst tier 10 tank in the game, I do believe it is up there. It is definitely up there with the AMX 30B. I just think the AMX 30B is slightly worse, and that's my opinion, guys. Honestly, chill out. But definitely the worst tech tree tier 10 in the game. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys just mellow out, you know, chill out a little bit and respect everybody's opinion. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.